this. I was in Madison, Wisconsin. I was an art student about like 8 years ago, and I kind of became enamored by women's issues and women who had been through sort of traumatic events, especially sexually traumatic events in their life, but had recovered from them and kind of moved forward. So I had been kind of taking pictures of these women, and they weren't necessarily emotional, but thoughtful. And one day I was in my car, and I saw a call girl, and I picked her up, and we had a conversation. It was a really long conversation. It was really intense, and I related to a lot of things that she talked about her feelings about her sexuality and the violence that she has done to herself, and all the things she's internalized. So anyways, I felt completely drawn to her and bonded to her. And so I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, so that's not a common occurrence. So that's when I decided, you know, I need to go to some place where I can find more of these women, and sort of, I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, but to come out here and relate, I guess, to just find the humanity and the intensity and the emotion and the rawness, because I felt like what I found in the woman in the car was that she was just so pure in everything. There was no barriers to things that she was feeling, because her experiences had been so profound that her eyes were like burning and up, and you could just see the scars of everything. And even though we all can, so a lot of us can internalize them more, they were on the outside and she couldn't hide anything. So that's what I found with these women that I encountered in New York. And some of them are still working the street, and some of them have actually stopped using drugs, and in fact quite a few of them, and are putting their lives back together, going to school, having whatever quasi-regular jobs. And it was just a really interesting experience for me, because I wanted to understand what it was like to be in those dire circumstances and push to that edge, and all that entailed. And so I wanted to show the ultimate of the suffering of that, but a little bit, hopefully there's some images with some joy. And personally, what I found, which was really interesting, that you can't maybe even see in the pictures, is that there was a childlike innocence to most of the people that I photographed. And it was like, even though they had endured all this stuff, they still retained this love of the fantasy world of, you know, fairies and mermaids and vampires. And so it's sort of like they were caught between being an adult going through the most extreme thing and a little kid wherever they had gotten stopped in their trauma. So so I don't know, I just tried to do as honest a portrayal as I could of them. And I don't really have all the answers, so I just hope that, you know, this just keeps asking questions. So that's that.